the thing is, it's not just that there is a Gaming Pro S. There is also a Gaming Pro B1 and there's a Gaming Pro B2. And you're like, what the hell is this shit, man? So it turns out that the regular Gaming Pro really is 3 slots and it has a vapor chamber in it. So you're talking very, very different cooling capabilities between the Gaming Pro S and the regular Gaming Pro. And the difference is just a tiny little S in the box, which I think is fucking anti consumer. Like, this shit is not okay. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I am having a treat. So this is a 5070 Ti which I picked up from Japan. So as we all know, we're starting to have some sort of shortage on the memory front, and the prices of memory and the prices of SSDs are going up. So while I was traveling in Japan, I was looking at the prices of PC components over there, and I was able to score for myself one SSD, 2 terabytes with a heatsink, one of those crucials for a very good price. And I was looking at the graphics cards because now the graphics cards in Japan are actually much cheaper than they are in my region, which is China. So if I bought, for example, a 5070 Ti in China, it would be like 30% more expensive than it is in Japan. So I was looking at the prices of the graphics cards, and they were having really nice deals on the 5070 Ti's at that time. And unfortunately, the best deal they had was like a tough 5070 Ti for like 750 US flat. And I missed it. I didn't have like a room address that I could order the card to when I saw the deal. So it was impossible for me to order it ahead of time. So the only thing I could do was look for other deals in, the open box and etc. So there were actually a bunch of different options in open box for 5070 Ti's. You could get for 700 US flat. Uh, but I mean, comparing 700 US flat, open box. Most of the options in open box were either exactly these Gaming Pro S's, or the Gigabyte. What is it called? The Gigabyte OC. Not the gaming OC. It's the cheap one. I forget. Maybe the Gigabyte X. What is it called, man? Uh oh my god, my brain is having a fart right now. It's the Gigabyte Windforce. So you could find like the Gigabyte Windforce or these gaming pros. And they were also having some Galax offerings. So Galax is usually pretty good because it's their local brand, sold under Galacuro. They even have like dual fan Galax 5070 Ti's just at 280 watts. So I was not looking forward to those. So out of all the options, right, gaming pros, Windforces, Galax, I wanted one with a dual BIOS because I want to flash this with a 450 watt BIOS. I've decided I'm going to do that for maximum performance. So I wanted the dual BIOS, and at the end of the day, $700 open box versus 725 new. I just bought it new. So this is a brand new card. It was bought brand new. I still have the receipt and everything. 725 flat, which is a pretty good price in my opinion for a 5070 Ti. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead, take a look at this card. So this card is gonna go here on my sub rig. So this is my sub rig. If you remember, here we have a 12700, and at the moment she is rocking a 6900 XT by Power Color, the Red Devil I used to have. I showcased this card many times in my channel. So, of course, my main rig. I'm sorry about that. So my main rig has the 4090, right? In my older apartment. So we're gonna go ahead and compare the Red Devil 6900 XT to the Palit Gaming Pro S, and yeah, at least physically, I'm going to compare it in terms of benchmarks. I'm just gonna use some of the data I already had from before, and yeah, so let's put the bad boy in, do a little bit of unboxing, and we'll see how she does. All right, guys, so there she is. This is unboxed, and you can say whatever you want about Palit. Like my 4090 is also a Palit card, just sold under Yesten over here in China, but actually I have technically the Palit Phantom, yeah, the Palit Phantom RTX 4090, Phantom GS, I think it's called. So it's also a Palit card, and just look at this. Like they give you stickers, and they give you a mouse pad. Like it's a really nice NVIDIA branded mouse pad too. Like, it's the little things like these which still make you feel like the manufacturers still care about you as a customer, right? So the only things we have here are, of course, the dual 8-pin power connector, the adapter, right, from NVIDIA. So I'm gonna to test the card out of the box, I'm gonna be using this adapter first. So my power supply in my sub rig, this one, is a Seasonic Focus. Unfortunately, it is not. It doesn't have the ATX5 connector. So I ordered directly from Seasonic the adapter which goes into the power supply. So it takes, I think, triple 8 pins, and it gives you one full 600 watt ATX 5.0 cable, which should be perfect for the 450 watt BIOS for the 5070 Ti, or whatever one I managed to get working on this card. So let me try to take it out and show it to you in a little bit more detail. All right, boys. So here is the card. So this is the Palit 5070 Ti Gaming Pro S. And I think one of the things that hasn't been addressed very well by the tech media is that it's a bit dirty that the names of these cards are so confusing. Like, it took me a long time to choose a card, because actually there's not just the, like, let me show you the box, right? So this is the Gaming Pro S, and you look at the S and it's tiny, dude. And the thing is, it's not just that there is a Gaming Pro S, there is also a Gaming Pro B1, and there's a Gaming Pro B2. And you're like, what the hell is this shit, man? For example, if you want to look at reviews of this thing, you usually will get reviews of the Gaming Pro OC. For example, from Tech Yes City, right? You get the Gaming Pro OC review. And the Gaming Pro OC is a very different card from this one. So this Gaming Pro S is supposed to be the SFF compliant card, which makes it slimmer. And so this one is slimmer than the regular Gaming Pro. And it turns out that the regular Gaming Pro, which is supposed to be, really like, this one is almost like a dual slot, isn't it? It's like 2.5 or something. So it's pretty slim, actually. So it turns out that the regular Gaming Pro really is like 3 slots, and it has a vapor chamber in it. So you're talking very, very different cooling capabilities between the Gaming Pro S and the regular Gaming Pro. And the difference is just a tiny little S in the box, which I think is fucking anti-consumer. Like, this shit is not okay. This shit is not okay. Like, I understand at least there's a difference here, but you look at the card here, there is no S. It says Gaming Pro. So you can really trick people. Like, someone who doesn't know better might buy this card and look at the review of someone who got the paper chamber version and think to themselves, why is my card not at 50 degrees? Just like all the cards that were reviewed previously. And because the naming scheme is fucking confusing. So I do not agree that the manufacturers are doing this shit of putting Gaming Pro S or Gaming Pro B1, or in the case of MSI, they put the plus, right? It's like Gaming Trio Plus or Gaming OC Plus or something. And the plus means you have the vapor chamber, and if you don't have the plus, you don't have it. Like, they need to cut it out with this shit, because I really don't like where it is going. Like, Palit only sent for reviewing the card with a vapor chamber. They didn't send this one. And I haven't seen reviewers even complaining about the fact that there's this whole anti-consumer shit going on, you know? I think people need to start complaining about this. But anyway, so the card itself, I actually quite like the design. It's the same overall design as my 4090. So it has some sort of, industrial type design. Like, it looks like it has some pipes or something. I like it. This is supposed to be the RGB part, which is, it's fine for me. I am, if the card is not that that impressive in RGB, I do not mind. I usually just like it if the G-force part lights up. I don't need any extra lights. I also quite like the side look. I think the side look is pretty muted. It's kind of professional looking in a certain sense. Well, which is kind of fitting for being called a Gaming Pro card, right? So let me try to put it flat a little bit. Hope I don't hurt the fans. There we go. So this is the part I like the most, this back plate. And this back plate, actually, it's probably plastic or a really thin metal alloy. Like, okay, if I had to say, it's maybe metal or graphite. That same material that MSI uses, which is, it actually feels pretty good. Like the back plate feels amazing. I love the back plate. So it has some texture to it. So this stuff you see here, you can actually feel the texture. I think it looks really professional, just Gaming Pro and GeForce RTX. I really like the backplate, man. Like the card itself looks amazing to my eyes anyway. And of course, we get the dual BIOS switch over here. And one thing I want to point out is, at least on these new 50 series cards, I started to notice they no longer put the, those tampered with seals they used to put in one of the corners of the die. So I'm guessing because it became sort of not outlawed, but it became, if I remember correctly, in the United States, you're not supposed to put those stickers because they're not valid for not letting someone claim their warranty anymore. So I'm guessing the effect of that is the manufacturers just don't bother anymore. Like, why would you put it if it's not going to help not giving you a warranty anyway? So I have the QC check stickers and, of course, the dual BIOS switch, which is something I'm really going to be using. So this is the serial number. I'm going to remove it in post because I don't want you to register anything with my card. And of course you have the the IO in the back. Like, it's a great looking card, man. Like, seriously, this is very professional looking. I would not say it feels cheap at all. Like, it feels really, really nice. It feels it feels just right, man. Like this feels pretty good. I like it. Of course, it doesn't feel like ultra premium, but it doesn't feel cheap. You know, this doesn't feel like a cheap card. So I'm gonna be really curious when I put it in the system. But for now, first I want to compare it to the 6900 XT. It's gonna be replacing. So I'm gonna take that out. We're gonna put them both here on the table, and we're gonna compare them. So let's do that now. Alrighty, so we got the 6900 XT and the 5070 Ti right here on the table. And let me put them more or less at the same level. And you can see the 5070 Ti is just slightly longer. So this is the Red Devil 6900 XT. So it's slightly longer, but you can see that the 6900 XT is a really chunky boy, you know? So this is a very serious cooler. Of course, the 6900 XT is sort of comparable to a Strix if you were thinking in terms of NVIDIA graphics cards. So it's supposed to be sort of a flagship, but you know, the 6900 XT Red Devil is a pretty nice card. Mine, you know, I had a couple of defects with mine. So one of the main things I had was the RGB connection here. Let me see if I can zoom in so you can take a look. So one of the legs on mine just snapped off, you know, the green. So the green channel there, you can see it. So it snapped off, unfortunately. So I was never able, well, it snapped off during one of my plug in, plug out, and at some moment in time. But even when it was still there, I was never really able to sync the RGB with my motherboard. Like, it never worked. I don't know if it was a problem with the Power Color software, with my motherboard, but I could never get that motherboard sync feature for RGB working. Like, I really tried, man. The other defect my 6900 XT has is there's a fan, one of these fans, I don't know which one, rattles like crazy. Let me see. Can it? No. No. Maybe this one. I don't know. I don't know which one. One of these fans rattles and it drives me crazy, dude. Like, it also has pretty bad coil whine, but coil whine I don't care that much. Like, coil whine is fine. It's sort of digital sound. For me it's like, okay, whatever, dude. But the fan rattling is something I really cannot deal with. So at some point I was considering just replacing some of the fans, but they're actually not cheap. You can buy them in pairs, right? Because as you can see, the middle fan is a different size. So they will sell you a pair, which is one of these big fans and the small fan. And if you wanted to buy all three, it becomes more expensive, right? So it's like cheaper to just replace two of them. So you will need to know which one of the fans is messed up, right? So anyway, yeah, the cooling is much more serious on this card, but actually I didn't get like super ultra good temps on this 6900 XT. Like, when I was pushing it to 350 watts, it was getting kind of hot. Of course, I never repasted it, so it's possible that it just, you know, the paste dried up compared to when I got it. Like, it's been quite a long time since the 6900 XT came out, of course, so not a surprise there. Let me put both cards on the table. horizontally so you can take a look at them. So the back plate on the 6900 XT is 100% metal. This is metal, right? So this is not graphite. This is absolutely metal, 100%. And you can still see back in the day, you still had to deal with these stupid warranty stickers. And of course, you'll still have the dual BIOS on the 6900 XT. So yeah, in comparison, the Gaming Pro is, of course, this is graphite, not metal. So this is a cheaper card, but surprisingly, this thing is maybe going to be double as fast as this thing, hopefully. And the thing I'm mostly concerned about is, you know, the cooler on the 6900 XT is much more serious. Well, at very least on paper it seems more serious, but you know, the Gaming Pro one is longer. We have done some advances in technology, you know, like the process node is different, so the silicon behaves differently. It is possible that this silicon at 300 watts is not as hot as this 7 nanometer silicon at 300 watts. So we will see. So I'm gonna just install it in the system. And yeah, we're gonna put back my beloved Red Devil 6900 XT, let it rest for a while, and we're gonna be taking a look at the 5070 Ti. So stay tuned, guys.